Welcome back to the GloryHunter save. Today we look to further strengthen our squad. We, of course, made 2 signings in yesterday's episode and are looking to make more today. Thank you for your feedback in the comment section of that last episode and a number of the previous ones as well. There have been some comments questioning my willingness to take on board advice from the comment section. If you're relatively new to the channel or to my content, I do tend to record on the odd occasion, or as frequently as possible, in bulk. So I may be recorded 2 or 3 videos ahead of the video you're actually commenting on. So you might comment something that absolutely you think I should do and I probably should do, but you see it not acted upon in the next couple of videos. It might be because I've just recorded in bulk and I haven't actually gotten to a point to take that feedback on board to then implement it. I have implemented some of the feedback from the previous couple of episodes here by changing formation. So we are looking to do that in this episode. Do bear that in mind. I do always read the comments on every single video because there aren't many. It's not like I'm getting 500 comments on every single video. I read the comment section in every video and always take on board the feedback. Some things I don't act on, some things I do, and sometimes it takes a little while for that to be reflected in a video because I've recorded ahead. So, that's the case. So we've switched to a 4-2-3-1. Now this means previously we were playing with 2 strikers. Now thankfully, Roberto can play at cam and Mario is actually a centre forward here. And once his sharpness and morale go up, he'll start to get boosts in his stats rather than that -1. So we can work this formation with the players we have. So Chavez is a centre mid. Benedet's actually in a CDM. I had to redo Chavez as a centre mid, but that works perfectly for the way we're doing things. Then Shoretire and Pellistri move slightly further forward. Try and change into a left mid. Can I get Pellistri a little bit further forward? We can. And then what I'm looking to do now, obviously we're looking to improve on Amy, who's been hit and miss for sure. So I am looking to sign a centre-back in this episode, as you were already giving me suggestions for. And now we're looking to improve at CDM as well with Benedetto. He came in as a player to join the squad in their first team spot, and as such, unfortunately, hasn't been able to help us be solid enough in CDM. So we are now going to look to replace him in the starting lineup. Gennaro, we may even look to sell in that case, as we'll have Enriquez here as well. And we do have Rico as a backup. So Gennaro, I might well look to sell now as well to bring in some more finances. We're still looking to sell Danny Lorenzo as well, and Marchetti can be used as make weight in any future deals that we put together as well. So on my shortlist, I have all of the suggestions you guys gave me in the last episode and from a couple of previous as well, and from even further suggestions from the Twitch chat. One good point from one of the comment sections in a previous handful of videos was that I should perhaps look back at clubs that I've already managed and perhaps pick a loanee or a signing from one of those clubs. Now, Luke Mbete at centre-back did well for me whenever I used him at City, and I would be open to trying to loan him in if they'd let me have him. Namdi Collins was at Dortmund with me. Physically, absolutely ready for first-team football. Technically, not really there yet, so I am going to hold off on him. He's 24. He's cheap as Chipso at £4 million. I could actually get him for 3.5. So to bulk out the squad at centre-back, I could sign Namdi Collins, but I don't know if he's actually going to be good enough to warrant signing. I've got a hell of a number of other names on this shortlist, so scout reports are incoming. We have 2 games today. As it stands, I don't think the Copa del Rey will start until we get to February. So Espanyol away and then Tenerife at home. We have 8 straight defeats in league football with Malaga right now, and of course we need to turn that around. This project is turning into a bigger project than I anticipated it actually being. On a scout report back on Ollie McBurney, who is absolute wank, so we don't want him. Danny Lorenzo, a bid's come in for him at last from Espanyol actually, so we will negotiate this and try and get as much money as we can for Danny Lorenzo. It didn't say I could probably get anything more than about 13.5 for him though. I'll ask for 14 and see if they'll come up that high. And they will. So £14 million for Danny Lorenzo will be a great boost to our financial situation. I'll be really pleased with that. So, and Yanis has had an approach made, but that's fine. He can go out on a free anyway. So we're going to wait for those scout reports to come back. We're going to look to improve at centre-back and at CDM, and hopefully, with the switch in formation factored in as well, the results will also improve as well as the starting 11. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save continually. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell ticked, and you won't miss another episode. I'd really appreciate that. I know obviously the views have been dipping recently with it being evidently not that popular a save, but I'm trying to plow on with it because I'm really enjoying the save and really enjoying the concept of the save. So please do show your support for it. I'd very much appreciate it. Right, let's crack forwards. So Yanez will leave at the end of the season. Fomba has gone now. So £2 million has been added to the transfer budget. We only have about 17 million at present, but whoops, we are about to add to that with the sale of Danny Lorenzo. So that will give us about an extra 11, say, so £28 million in the budget-ish as it stands, plus with Marchetti to be able to use as part of another deal. Now, I'd like to think I might be able to use Marchetti as just a straight swap for someone at 77 rated. Maybe someone like Bondo, Warren Bondo, who's a centre mid we have had our eyes on, who potentially could grow. Isn't amazing, though. And we might need someone a little bit better than Warren Bondo to step into that starting lineup. But I'd absolutely be open to selling another one of my midfielders to bring Warren Bondo in, perhaps. So we're going to look to sell Gennaro. And I would be open to selling Rico as well to bring in Bondo. Although Rico's... he's just not great. He's really not great. I'd be open to selling Rico to then bring in Warren Bondo, and I don't think Warren Bondo was that expensive, about 11 million, and we might have been able to pick him up perhaps slightly a little bit cheaper. Where are you, Warren? There you are. Oh, 13 million pounds. He might be this, Bondo might be the straight Marchetti swap. No, I don't want to pay his release cost, thank you. Let's try the straight Marchetti swap for Bondo. That might be, because it's the 77 rated player for 77 rated player, and hopefully they're interested in him. Which they aren't, and they want just money. They are interested in Rico, but they want significantly more money. I don't know what to do here, because I definitely don't want to pay that much money. I am torn at the minute. £8 million perhaps. They're going to take some time to think about it. I don't think they'll accept that, and I'd be apprehensive to spend £8 million at the minute without knowing how much I'm going to have total once the others have sold. Scout reports are back though, so that's good news. Gennaro wants to play now that Danny Lorenzo's gone. Oh, I'm sorry, pal. That's not going to be the case. But I do have £28 million now in my budget. So, fan-dabby-dozy, let's see what these guys are all about. Okay, so the offer for Bondo has been accepted. 8 million plus Alex Rico. Hopefully he won't want much wage-wise. I think this is probably a good deal for us for the future of the side. Bondo, I'm expecting to come in and make an impact, but not a massive one. He's certainly an improvement on what we've got, absolutely. And he's good in possession, which is an important thing for me in that central area. Release clause of 13. I'll deny the release clause. We're going to manually do our own release clauses. I mean, I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. He doesn't want much wage-wise at all. That's a good signing for us. It's not necessarily a world-beating signing, but with Bondo sat in midfield just in front of whoever we bring in as a new centre-back. It's an A-rated deal, though. I was intrigued to see what it actually gave me. That's certainly an improvement. We've had our eye on him for a little while. He will come straight into the starting lineup for Benede there. But I potentially might look to loan another CDM. Maybe. We'll wait and see how things progress. But that was basically to improve the depth we have. 77, even if he then becomes a backup player, is better than the 74 rated Rico we had. Centre-back is probably the most important port of call now. And we'll wait and see what those scout reports look like. They're not too far away from coming now, a number of them. A bid for Sykes, a bid for Gennaro. Ajax have offered me £3.5 million for Gennaro. I am just going to accept that. And a bid for Sykes, I'm going to reject for the time being. We'll get a little bit more money for that. Roman Enriquez wants his first team spot back. At the moment, he's not going to get it. So let's go and try this new formation out against Espanyol, who are having a very good season. And maybe we can sneak a point in this one, stop the rot of 8 straight defeats and then go and beat Tenerife, who we have already beaten once this season as well. So we have previous. Espanyol still with their car in goal at 80 rated. El Halali still with their Willie at the back. In Robin Koch at centre-back alongside John Lukumi and Josh Vanaman at left-back. Abdullah Sima on the right, and Ndombele, Pepelu and Santos in the middle with Moses Usor on the left. And even though Evidence Matt Gopa is only 76 rated, he is one of the top scoring players in the division. Roberto at striker, Murillo at centre forward. I'd rather, even though Roberto can play at cam, I'd rather have him as my man all the way up top, just because he's the one that's been scoring the goals for me. If his goals dry up, then maybe we'll move him further back and see if Murillo can do a job further forward. Our first experience then with this new formation, at your request. Let's see if it works. Mendes forward into Palistri. Here's Warren Bondo, his first touch for the club. Roberto, Murillo, the loanie's in, and side netting only. It would have been a dream start already. You see what has been my go-to staple of getting goals in previous saves with previous clubs with this sort of formation. That cam player, or centre forward in this case, making the run beyond the striker to get played in and have the chance on goal. Gineppo, it's not Gineppo, it's Usor actually. Roberto, they do have Gineppo on the bench. Getting away from me there. Roberto shows good strength, but unfortunately can't keep hold of the ball. Now I'm worried about this. Tanguy Ndombele might wind up for a shot. Back heel to Sima. Sima winds up for the shot, but that shot goes wide. And unfortunately, now here come Espanyol on the counter. That'll be a free kick for them. Chavez wins that back, and apparently that was their advantage gone. So we'll take that and use it to our advantage. Murillo's around the corner here. And I've got teammates in the box. Oh, but it's just behind Roberto. Savannah, he's thrown this all the way back to his defence. Try and put some pressure on. Oh, put some pressure on, will we? Ah, so close. So close. It would have been a horrendous mistake for the Espanyol backline to make. But make it, they nearly did. Bondo can't quite get to that. Pepelu into Usor. Sima. When you're down the bottom of the league, what you need to happen is players to do what they should do. It might look different from this replay angle, but that from the goalkeeper doesn't particularly cover him in glory, does it? I will have another look, just to ensure I didn't see that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's quite embarrassing from the goalkeeper. So he's moving to his left. He's in a good position. He's on his toes. The shot is at him, and that's the animation he does. Makopa, Usor. Waiting for the spin or the little ball back. He's hurt himself there. The guy that had the shot pulled up and was calling for medical attention. No, don't go back, Shola. Keep the run going, mate. I'm not wanting you to now cover my left-back position. Roberto. Manu Murillo. That's how you make yourself a hero at your new loan club. Manu Murillo on debut. Espanyol 1. Malaga 1. Let's stop that rot. We're level. Pepelu. Nuno Santos. Matt Gopa. And Ndombele again. Matt Gopa. Oh, give me a break with these goalkeeping animations. Please, give me a break. Change formation all you like. Sign players all you like. For that shit drives you nutty. Pepelu and Ndombele intercepted by Pantea. Shoretire forward. Barely any time left to go in the game. That's a foul. Oh, play on though. Unless you send him off, you should have played on. I wanted him to play on. He hasn't sent him off, and Espanyol have their defensive shape back again. Roberto could be in here. Does well. Looking for Palistri. Finding him. No! Oh, come on! It so very nearly fell kindly for me, and still we don't get the luck. Oh, he's left it. Oh, it's because of an offside or a handball. Oh, we're going to lose to Espanyol. But if you genuinely think I deserve that... Oh, wait, my Espanyol man did get sent off, actually. I've just noticed that top left. Oh, man. What can you do? I've already signed 2 goalkeepers this season, one of which, that loanee that is now 78 rated, he's one of my higher rated players. Turns out he's not very bloody good though, is he? Gennaro, bid from Strasbourg on this occasion. I may look to loan another bloody goalkeeper. Oh, that could be good. Marchetti plus 6.5 million for Steven Estaquillo. Just a solid CDM. 86 stand tackle, 84 short passing. 5'10". Good stamina, good strength, good ball control. Estaquillo would be cracking to just solidify this midfield and really take this squad a little bit of a way forward. I'll give him important because absolutely he would be. He wants crucial. He can have crucial, to be fair. 3-year contract, sure. We'll be letting you go in the not too distant future after that. You want a release clause. I'm going to deny it. It's fine. Now tell me what you want wage-wise. 13 grand. Get in, son. Get in. That should be the sort of CDM signing that will firm up our midfield. That's Marchetti gone as well. So now we are purely on a financial basis moving forward. No players left to try and use as make weight for any other deals. And nobody left, I believe, on the transfer list other than Gennaro for £3 million, who's deciding where he wants to go at present. So we've certainly improved in the midfield. Abso-bloody-lutely we have. In our experience so far this season, Tenerife are, as far as I can recall, the only side in the league that have a worse squad than ours. At least when we started out. Antonio Gomes in goal for them. Jose Luis Rodriguez, Sergio Gonzalez, Alex Martin and Lorenzo Suarez at left back. Teto, Perez, Corredera and Holtman on the left. Then up top is Ethian and Gutierrez. We beat them by a 1-0 at their place. We're going to look to beat them again here now back at ours. Estaquillo is in for his debut. And hopefully will prove to be worth the financial outlay. I have about £12 million left and a number of players still waiting on scout reports, be they players we might look to loan or to actually sign at centre-back or even in goal. After his performance in the last game, Thompson has annoyed me so much, I might well terminate his loan and sign someone else instead. Because, my God, did that annoy me against Espanyol. We did enough in that game to warrant earning a point or two. Roberto! Good save by Gomes. We want to earn all 3 here in this one now. Pelistri's on corners ahead of Shoretiro, whose corner delivery has been terrible so far this season. Andres Caro can't force that home. Amy forward to Estaquillo. Sends the defender brilliantly. And is now rushing forward. So much for stay back whilst attacking. Hey, Mr. Estaquillo. It's the worst pass you've ever seen. Joe Mendes caught on his heels a little bit there. And now here come Tenerife. Holtman, ball square. Thompson makes a save. And then still concedes. I want a new goalkeeper. He's offside. Thank God for that. He's getting worse as he gets higher in rating, this Thompson kid. To Manu Murillo and Estaquillo. Nicely into the path of Pelistri, who will look for the run of Roberto. The keeper came. He's not going to get there. That ball's terrible, though. If I can nod this down, we might still be able to do something here. Shoretiro does well. Crossed it up into the middle. Flicked away well. Pelistri will challenge for this and not get there. But Estaquillo's held his position. This time he is holding whilst we attack and staying back. And we have the opportunity to try and build again. Manu Murillo. Chavez. On the outside, Shoretiro into the middle here. Drop the shoulder. Pelistri swings and misses at it. Building nicely, though. And hopefully a goal will come soon. For those in blue and white, not in black. Maybe through Roberto here. In on goal again. Roberto. There we go. Malaga 1, Tenerife 0. This time we'll hold on to the lead. This ball is down the line there. Teto's knocked it on well. Strike, sunshine. Tenerife respond immediately. As soon as I say we will not give away the lead this time, bam. My guy rocks up and scores within 3 minutes of us taking the lead. I should have known better than to say that, shouldn't I? Come on, mate. Come on, mate! What is this? Who's this guy? 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later again, they're in front. Have I ever jinxed myself any worse? Who is Juan Manuel Gutierrez, and why is he an absolute god? This is one of the best finishes we've seen all season. I swear he's rated like 71. 76. Screw you, mate. Andres Caro. Out to Shoretire. Chavez. Roberto. Why would you run behind the defender? You fucking prick. You're the right side the defender to have a tap in from 2 yards and you run actively behind the defender. Kill me. Win this, Amy. Oh, give me strength. Oh, give me strength. Tenerife 3, Malaga 1. Oh dear, we are in trouble. What is he doing? Amy, you're so shit. Corner for Tenerife. Delivered. Oh my God, Thompson made a save. Corner for Tenerife. Delivered. And away. Well, we're 3-1 down at half-time. Ibra Perez into Alexandre again. Onside, is he? Yep, onside. Thompson makes the save. He's decided he actually wants to start keeping the ball out of his goal. Shame he didn't do that at the beginning of the episode, isn't it, pal? Ibra Perez. Why are they now prime? Why are they now prime Barcelona? This doesn't make any sense. They've got 72 rated players. What the hell? This could turn out being one of our heaviest defeats of the season. To the side that's bottom that has 67 rated players in their starting lineup. Why can my players not pass the football either? This feels like absolute bullshit, mate. Never experienced anything like it. Don't challenge for it. Holtman. This is a joke. It's actually a joke. When the game decides you're not going to win a game, the game decides you're not going to win a game. They're playing better than any other side we've played all season. And they're fucking bottom. And all of their players, in every position, almost to a man, are worse than mine. On paper. How the shit are they doing this then? You ran into me, mate! Yay, 5-2, 5-3. Manu Mario there actively ran into the man in possession. Don't celebrate! Jesus Christ. It's 5-2. We beat them 1-0 earlier in the season. 1-0, mate! Now they've scored 5 against me and they're bottom of the table. Oh. Get there, Kevin. Good lad, Kevin. What? Where has this been all game? Now in the fucking 80 plus minutes, now it's actually working for me. I am losing my patience with FIFA 23. I really am. Roberto, make me a run, please, pal. Oh, of course you put that over, you prick! 5-3 it ends to Tenerife. 5-3. What was their attack in that game? It genuinely leaves me speechless at times. That was the worst side on paper we've played all season. And they were impossible impossible to defend against. I don't know what I can do. I have no idea what I can do in situations like that. They played better than Real Madrid with those little passes and the power behind some of their shots and the accuracy of them. It's a farce. An absolute farce. He's gone now. Bye, Gennaro. I am lost for words. Still, the board apparently like me. We've got another game, I think. This Las Palmas game, I think, is actually in the month. We are bottom of the table now. We're only 2 points off 14th, but we're bottom of the table now, having lost 10 straight games. 10! Now I've got Las Palmas in the cup, so we're going to go and play that one next. You know what? No, bollocks to it. I'm going to sim this one, and we'll see just how good or bad this Malaga side truly is. I have come so close to just ending this series so many times because of the lack of views, but I wanted to press on because I was having so much fun with it. But this, right now, this episode might be the final straw. Because that has been unimaginable. Unimaginable, this. 1-0 Las Palmas. They're not even in our division. Their players are probably in the 60s. But this Malaga, I just don't understand. Bury it. At least shoot. Someone Are my players just broken? What is this shit? Shoot! Las Palmas' second goal. I really hoped that taking on a project like this could keep the series fresh. Turns out, it's ruined it. 3-0 Las Palmas. Gonzalez from the corner. I genuinely have the lack of vocabulary to adequately explain what's happening this season with this Malaga side. You guys are seeing it for yourselves. It's not like I'm just ranting for the sake of ranting. Like, it is... We spent money, we've improved the team, and nothing works. Las Palmas, who aren't even in our division, beat us by 4-0. Las Palmas! Las Palmas! Where are they in the Segunda division? Let's have a look, shall we? Where are you in the La Liga Smart Bank? Las Palmas are 4th in the league below, and they've wiped the floor with us as if we were the side in the 5th tier of the league. Scout reports have started to come back. I was all but ready to just sack the save off and end it until I saw that there is a 81 rated Nick Pope available for £2 million. I am going to pin my hopes on Nick Pope saving this team. If Nick Pope can help us out defensively, then if the goals stop going in, we might stand a chance of being able to save this season with Malaga. Because there absolutely could have been points on the table. 100% could have been points on the table if we had a better goalkeeper in previous episodes, in previous games. I'm going to give him a 2-year loan deal, contract. He wants a release clause of $5.5 million. No, I'm going to deny that. What do you want wage-wise? Give me an idea at least. 9,000. Sold, signed, delivered. An 81 rated 35-year-old Nick Pope is in. We will give it one more episode. We still got transfer deadline day to come. I still want to now go out and loan Ep8. I could try and buy Greaves as well. Let's loan them. Well, if they'll even loan me Ep8. Which they won't. Of course they won't. Fucking hell, mate! Well, I could buy Ep8 or I could buy Greaves. Ep8's probably going to grow better. I'm going to go and buy Ep8. He's going to be cheaper as well. I've got the money to do it. So I'll offer a transfer fee. Will he let me have him for 7.5? He said I could get him for about 8. You want Bondo. I've literally just frigging signed the guy. No. Can I have him for 8 million? Please. 8.8. Done. Lugan is going to come in. He's not going to want much wage-wise at all. He was rock solid for me when we used him at Manchester City. I couldn't complain with anything he did whatsoever. So, we will now look to pin our hopes on he and Nick Pope. We will give it one more episode. If tomorrow's episode is just as infuriating and ludicrous as today's, then we will start a new save in a few days' time once I've had the chance to cool down. I'm just gonna bye everybody. See you later. Goodbye. 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 In fact, Noel, I don't even know if I've got enough wage-wise now. Noel, we were going to sign on a pre-contract, so let's get that done as well. The striker Noel from Real Madrid. Oh, he's joining Nice. He's already agreed contracts elsewhere. Okay. Okay. Goodbye. 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 Right. Well, transfer deadline day. Let's see what happens there then, shall we? Thompson out. You're a pile of shite. Nick Pope in. And Bete onto the bench. To be honest, I think I'd rather play 69 rated Jimenez over Amy, the way that he's played so far this season. So let's do that. Gomez is on his way back, but not back yet. He'll go into... Well, in fact, I'll put him there now. He might as well go there, because he should be back for the next played game, at the very least. Let's just do transfer deadline day, shall we? We've got Cadiz coming up in a few days' time. I'm not planning on doing anything else transfer-wise. The board still don't mind me. The board are like, oh, he's doing all right. Might be bottom of the league and lost 10 in a row, but we still like him. I bet the bloody fans don't. I guarantee you that much. The fans are going to be livid at what we've been doing so far this season. Transfer deadline day, then. Let's see if anything outrageous happens here. Bremer might be going to Celta Vigo. Raffaele Rossi, the Chiellini regen, is going from Hoffenheim to Sevilla. Eduardo Perez is a regen we're not sure who of, but he's clearly of some quality. Goretzka goes to Roma. Salisu has moved to Real Madrid, as if they weren't already strong enough. Then I've got probably an 85, 86 rated Mohamed Salisu. I think he's 85 actually. We looked at him in this save earlier on. Oh, that might have been somewhere else. I can't remember whether I did that in the My Player or here. I think it was in this save, and he was 85 rated Mohamed Salisu. Goretzka, the biggest deal of the day. Anthony Gordon's gone to Tottenham from Bayer Leverkusen. Thomas Lemar goes to Brighton. Hugo Duro to Bayern. It's an intriguing one. Dario Lombardi's a player I don't know anything about. Kevin can stay, thank you. Actually quite like Kevin, even though he's not particularly amazing. Right, the question is, can we rescue Malaga? Can I rescue myself? Can we rescue this save? They are the questions we are posing ourselves for the next one. Militao goes to Arsenal for £91.9 million. I will give you the briefest of brief transfer histories for this save and this window. So we're looking for August. No, we're not looking for August at all. Enzo Fernandez to Brighton went through in September, so that would have gone through now. Nicola Ravela has gone to Osasuna for £98.5 million. Osasuna were in the relegation zone not long ago, when relegation zone sides can make signings like that. I don't really stand much of a chance, do I? He's 87 rated, for Christ's sake. Militao. Schlotterbeck's gone to Atleti. He was 90 rated. Was still at Dortmund earlier in the window because we looked at him earlier in this recording. Wesley Fofana goes to Inter from Leicester. Livramento to Chelsea from Villarreal. That's good news for us, I guess. Harvey Barnes goes to Spurs. Mudryk to Dortmund. Brahim Diaz to West Ham. That makes them worse. Valencia sold Sinistero to Man United. That makes them worse. Jeremy Frimpong to Spurs. Danny Olmo's gone to Dortmund from Juventus. I didn't sign Danny Olmo, so Olmo's gone to Juventus since I left, and now moved on and done the same move that we did. Sofiane Diop goes to Freiburg. Goretzka to Roma, we saw. And that is your transfer window roundup. Well, join me potentially for one final time in the Glory Hunter tomorrow, where we take on Cadiz, Villarreal, Barcelona, and Sevilla. I don't think it's going to get much better. I really don't think it's going to get much better. I will give it my best chance to save this. Otherwise, that'll be it for this Glory Hunter. Thank you very much for watching so far. I really appreciate your support. I'm sure you feel sorry for me. I'm sure you're probably thoroughly enjoying the downfall, but I'm sure you feel sorry for me at the same time. Bye.